Hi again, everyone. Floss tube time for November of 2025. The usual WIPGO seasonal stitching, whatever I have going on. I do have a finish, not fully, but a finish, and I have a new start. So let's do the WIPGO calls because I did them first to get them out of the way. So I will put a picture of previous as I show them. So number 22 was a call, and it's the Birthstone Angels. I'm doing January and July. They're from this book. So there'll be a picture somewhere here. I'll kind of show you what they look like. A little bit anyway. Just a sec here. Okay. January looks like that. Or will look like that when she's done. Let me just find the page. And that's what July will look like when she's done. I'm doing them on the same piece of Veda. I had a big enough piece of white. So, just a second here. Let me get it on the board so you can see it. That's what it looks like now. Go closer. I was working on January, concentrating on the wing. It's about half-ish done. And I got most of the red colors in her sleeve done except for one. And there's a bit more crinate that goes across. It's like a band across her sleeve, sort of in her bicep area. I'll go to give you a little close-up of July too. I didn't stitch on her this time, but that's what she looks like right now. And the other call was number 3, and that was my teapots project. And all I had to do was backstitch on one of the teapots. So I took a picture of that kind of closer so you can see just that teapot because the rest of it was done. And it's from this book. The whole thing looks like that, but I only did the top two, like the top row essentially, of the 2 pots and the cup and saucer. My light is acting up weird for some reason. It's like I'm having a seizure. So it's done. Ha! Finally. Ta-da! I finished this teapot. This was the one that wasn't done. So the backstitch all through the teapot, like the vines and stuff, that is with 311. And then around the teapot, and then like the detail on the bottom and the detail on the lid, that is 3799. So I'll go give you a close up here. I'm going to make this into a tea cozy. It's going to be one side of the outside of the tea cozy. I did some measuring already. I have a plan kind of going. I'm not sure when I'm going to get it done, but I got the plan anyway. And I even found some of my yellow and blue fabric that will work okay. It looks pretty close. The tea cozy is going to be for me, so it'll be fine. So that's what we have so far. And we're in mid-ish November like usual. So I thought I better get going because as I work on other stuff, I will show you it as usual throughout the month. And around the end of November, you'll get the whole video all at once with me filming piecemeal. That's the way I have to do it with how my life works. So, carrying on into the future. I've been doing a stitch along with my friend Yogi. Christmas theme. She's doing a pretty house. I'm working on the Christmas time project, free from the Fat Quarter Shop. My printers do not do color, so I will put the mock-up picture so you know what it's going to look like. My son's cat's running around. I apologize for the weird light. Sun's coming and going. Anyway, this is what it looks like now. Apologies for hoot marks. I've been concentrating mostly in the lettering. This is the middle of the project, so there's some up here on this page, some down there. Pages go here, so there's page here, page there. You get the idea. This is a mitten. There's another one up here. That's the start of a bow. There's some holly down here. Hey, no. You will see this again in my 12 days of Craftmas because I will update you. Whoops. Try and get as close as possible. This is a piece of Lugana I had, probably antique white. 2/2 full cross. The other stitch along I'm in right now is with Nicola. Nicola is simply a stitcher. Her theme is naughty or nice. So do that how you want. Now I'm kind of classifying Winter Queen as naughty because I had to pick out all the discolored whisper. And I've been working sort of in her lap area to fix it with B5200 and white Kreinik. And I took a fairly close picture of the blank area that I was going to be working on. So I'll put that up so you can see it. And then I'll try and show you what I was working on as close as possible. I still have her in the 2-snap. Whoops, bumped the mic. So I did a whole bunch in here. All the way down the side, down there. That's all filled in now. I have to do a bit more Kreinik. There's only B5200, so I got to come along here, finish it up. And then I'm going over here next. But I gotta be careful because that is all beads. There's a few beads in here, but I'll come back and do them after I do more skirt. So after this, I think I'll switch the Q-snap the other way. Then I can do all this stuff down here. I'll show you the blank areas. Obviously, this area is beads. That's going to be beads. So I'll just keep plugging away on her and fix a little bit at a time. I have another naughty project. I'll put the mock-up up and then you'll know what I mean. I ordered it from Stitchman Darcy, and he stitched his on hand-dyed fabric. So I bought some from him too. That is a relatively good representation of the color. It's a bit dark. I would say that the real blue is more aqua. The light in here is not the greatest, but you'll see this project again probably in like actual daylight eventually. Isn't that pretty? I forget what he called it. He named it, but because I've mentioned Darcy and I've mentioned Yogi and I've mentioned Nicola, I will link all the channels below in the description box with that tagging feature so you can go check them out. Yeah, that's not terrible. It's a little bit darker than what it is in real life, but it's really pretty. So that'll be my new start. Okay, I'll show you closer. It's sunny out, so the light's a little bit better. I have a very minimal start. This is 18 count fabric. And I use one strand of red in the middle to orient myself. And then I put basting stitches on the grid line. I do not want to mark this with the heat erase pens, just in case it doesn't come off. So now that I have a starting point and I have some basting for the grid line, I know where to go from here. I might base more as we go, but for now that's a good start. You will see this more in my 12 days of Craftmas as I get working on it. This is a slightly better color representation on screen. It is quite aqua though. It's very pretty. It's almost too pretty to stitch on. And I don't mind 18 count, but that's all Darcy had left anyway, so not like I had a choice, but those stitches went in just fine. The red looks great against the blue. Alrighty, one more update. teapots. January and July angels. So the last two are the Merry Mooseness ornament and the Nordic polar bears. I do not yet know what I'm going to do for the free space. Maybe just some of the small Christmas motifs I've been working on. That will wind up being ornaments eventually. The polar bears project, they're wearing kind of Nordic color sweaters. Actually, the whole thing is sort of Nordic colors to me. And it's on platinum Lugana. Again, it's probably 28 count, or maybe 32, I really can't remember. So that is the top middle bear. I will put the mock-up up of what the whole thing is going to look like. It's a free pattern from Owl Forest Embroidery. And I'll put the link in the description box. All 6 bears are quite cute. Let me get you one more closer look. So, we'll see how I get on. The Merry Mooseness project is from one of the magazines I have. I'll show you later when I'm working on it. He's almost finished, actually. I started him when, I don't know, a long time ago. This is another chunk of, appears to be antique white Dobelin. No, maybe it's Lugana. Not sure. It's 2/2. There he is. There is a reasonable amount of backstitch required. Only did his face. I have to go around his antlers and stuff. There's a bit more scarf to do, I think. I haven't looked at the chart in a while. I started one of his boots. There's lacing on the boots. He's coming along. He's really cute. That's why I wanted to do this one. I have finalized the projects I want to do for the Where I Live Stitch Along I am doing in 2016. There are a few people that said they want to do it with me. If you are still interested, please email me again because I'm going to make up a list. I will talk about this again in the December Floss 2 video, and I will also do a specific video just for this. Early January, maybe late December. I'm not sure when I'm going to get going on this. So these are the projects I have. All will be revealed as I get them done. A lot of them could wind up being ornaments or wall hangings or various things. I went through my charts and saw ones that I wanted to finish up. Ones I wanted to start. This is not 100% set in stone. I might change things as we go. But for now, that's how it's going to start. So again, if you want to do this with me, please email me. Even if nobody joins me, I am going on to do this myself just to get some work in on the projects.